Mike, everything we've heard coming from Green Bay is basically said, like, hey, there's no ill will. There's no kind of, like, hey, we need to get this deal with Jordan Love done right now. He showed up to OTAs, but are you hearing or privy to any kind of, like, timeline as to when a new deal will get done? And do you think what he did in the back half of last season is good enough where he's going to fall right in line with, like, what Jared Goff got this offseason or some of these other top-earning quarterbacks?
I think it's going to be a challenge to get him to Jared Goff's level, but I thought it would be a challenge to get Jared Goff to Jared Goff's level. I didn't think the Lions would give him $53 million a year in new money. I thought that kind of money was only reserved for that handful of guys who can run the play that's called, and then when the play that's called goes to shit, can go out there and make chicken salad out of it on the fly, and Goff really isn't that guy. So that changed everything. You mentioned Tua earlier, and I never got around to the Tua position, but I think the Goff contract makes Tua want more, makes Matthew Stafford want more, makes Jordan Love want more. Now, I think that Love's camp is confident they're going to get a deal done, but it's easy to say yes or no. Does a guy need a new deal? Yes. The harder part is, how much are we going to pay? What's the cap hit? What's the structure? Tua definitely deserves a new deal. How are we going to figure out the right number? Jordan Love, absolutely. How do we project the right number based on half of a season of turning it around? Because the first half of the 2023 season was rough. So that's always the challenge with these deals. But when the Lions give Goff 53, it makes it easier for the other quarterbacks to say,
wait a minute,
we kind of like that number.
Well, Jared Goff has been a pillar of this brand new Lions team up there with MCDC. And Evan Fox, he goes from losing Matthew Stafford, and not just Foxy, all of Detroit. We're giving up. We're the only team that'll take on Jared Goff's $30 million a year contract. We're the losers in this whole thing. To the only chant that they have in Detroit that we heard, the only chant is Jared Goff. That's literally what they chant. Like some cities, like, here we go, Steelers, here we go. Like, you can hear that anywhere in Pittsburgh, right? People get drunk enough.
Or Fire Canada. You'll still hear Fire Canada this year.
Bingo. So
those
are the chants, that you have in cities. Every city has one of those. The only one that Detroit has is Jared Goff's name. It's like the story has been completed for Goff in Detroit, which is wild to even think of.
Yeah, exactly. And because of the history of the Lions, they had to pay him that money no matter what. And if they didn't, Lions fans would be like, here we go, same old Lions, we ruined it again. So I'm happy they gave him all that money.
MCDC.
See, that, you hit the nail on the head. Because, look, one team wins the Super Bowl every year, if you haven't heard. Newsflash, one team wins it every year. The other 31 got to figure out how to make money. They got to figure out how to keep their stands full. The Lions jacked up season ticket prices this year in a significant amount.
Big time.
You got to keep the customers happy. They got to be happy. They love Jared Goff. You got to pay Jared Goff. Is it money well spent from an X's and O's standpoint? TBD. Remember when the Rams paid him in 2019? I was saying, don't do it, Rams. Don't do it. Be the team that breaks this mold of, hey, the next quarterback that's up for a new contract becomes the highest paid player in the history of football. Resist it. They did it anyway. 2 years later, they had to give up a first-round pick. They tucked that first-round pick, that extra first-round pick, into the Matthew Stafford package. Think about that. Stafford for Goff, and the Lions get 2 1s and a 3. It was a 1 and a 3 for Stafford, and it was a 1 to please take this contract off our hands. I hope the Lions don't feel that same way 2 years from now.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
No chance.
Not the guys that got with those picks.
And they paid everybody on their team.
Yeah.
Seemingly, somehow, paid everybody. That's why they're jacking up those tickets, I'd assume. I didn't know that. Sheila Ford Hamp's trying to gouge Detroit now?
Yeah. People are really upset about this because they're saying, like, everyone from the suburbs and all the, the bad fans are now going to be the only ones that can afford the tickets, and now they're going to move all the other fans
I thought Sheila
out.
Ford Hamp loved what was going on. As soon as you get an opportunity, though, huh?
I guess this is what happens.
And that goes back to my question about the NFLPA and the NFL ever just being able to.
That ain't how you become a billionaire.
That's economics, baby.
Sheila Ford Hamp was born a billionaire, I think. Actually, that's how she became, right? Just came into the world.
Yeah.
I wonder if her and Terrence Howard have memories, from the womb when she was a billionaire.
I bet.
Yeah, but just gouging Detroit. I didn't know that was happening. I just learned that right now. Wow.
Yeah, I guess people are really, really upset about it.
Oh, boo-hoo.
So what, they went from
like that's what happens when
they went from $5 to $100? Yeah.
Yeah, Mike, welcome to Detroit.
Winning a lot of games.
Here, the Lions announced that they have raised ticket prices for next season. I was listening to Metro Detroit area, this afternoon, and caller said the season tickets went from $4,000, which is very low, to $11,000 next season.
Feels right.
Okay, so Sheila Ford Hamp said, we've been in the 90s, okay, because of how bad we are.
Yeah.
We're getting back to where we are now. We have a football team Wow, hope that doesn't scare any Lions fans away.
Probably will.
Hope that doesn't bum any Lions fans out because this is the brand new Lions. Things are supposed to be on the up and up. Remember, the only bad thing was that halftime performance at Thanksgiving.
That's right.
Now all of a sudden we're charging.
So bad.
Jeez. Last question here, Florio. We appreciate you from Tone.
What's that?
No, I see why the performance so shitty. They only charging $4,000 for season tickets.
Yeah, they were already very cheap.
Have enough money.
We paid more money for Fever season tickets than the Lions fans are paying. I don't think you guys should be that mad.
That is not bad at all.
No.
You want to go to a game in Detroit? Sure, give us 14 cents. Get your ass in here.
That's it.
Oh, my God.
NFC North champs.
See, the Fort Ham's like, I'm losing money hand over fist. What are we
$4,000.
You see what the inflation is? You see what we're charging? I mean, we got
9 games.
My God.
Come on.
$4,000?
That's how it goes.
You get fucking 6-pack of beer and a couple free hot dogs with every game, too.
Jeez Louise. We're trying to run a business up there. Sounds like a soup kitchen going on. Not anymore, though. No. Now that they're actually charging people and making money, are they going to be able to win? We shall see.